does recontextualize the Will Smith slap a little bit, because this movie never got the recognition that it deserved in that moment. This was like the first time the Academy got it right. They got the supporting actor right with the father, and the best movie right, and yet all anyone can talk about is Will Smith and that stupid slap.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to a new episode of Mostly Wrong Opinions. I am Tyrone. That is Devin. Before we get started, can you do us a favor? Hit that subscribe button. All right, really does help out the channel. Now, on to the film of today. It is a Oscar-nominated film, Oscar-winning film. It's called CODA.
You're the girl with the deaf family?
Yeah.
I just want to tell you right now.
And you sing. Interesting.
It's about a family, and it's focused on this 17-year-old girl that works with her family on this fishing yard, but her family's not like any other family. Her immediate family, her brother, her mother, and father, and they're all deaf, but she has hearing.
Change, hunting for the next meal. It was too late for them when the news came. Headed back to town. I've been a real one. Everything that I do the same. You go back, you gotta leave. New position,
and she loves to sing, and that comes into play with this film. To where does she follow her dreams and go and be a singer, and go to the school to be a singer, or do she stay with her family who has needed her whole life?
Yeah,
and I thought that was very intriguing.
And it's another thing that picks up on is like, how do you, if your parents can't hear, how do you convince your parents that pursuing music is even worthwhile? It's hard to do that with hearing parents. Can you imagine trying to pursue music with deaf family? Like that? That's tough, man. So this movie is full of conflict, and like you said, the primary conflict is, where do her loyalties lie? Are her loyalties with her and her music, or are her loyalties with her family and the boat? Because her family, they're starting like a new business, and they've never needed an interpreter more than right now. So they need her to help, and also they need one hearing person on the boat for legal reasons, and so they need her now more than ever. But she's also found out that she's got this great talent, and so she's like, does she pursue this talent and go to college, or does she stay with her family? I just thought this was really, really, really well done, and very un-Oscar-y. When I think of an Oscar,
really? You think so?
When I think of an Oscar movie, I think of a pretentious movie like Drive My Car. And this movie is not pretentious at all. It's quite the opposite. It's got kind of a dirty mouth. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of silly and off the cuff. And to me, it had like real like pathos. You know, real emotions and ethos going on. Yeah, consequences. Yeah, the title CODA, which I didn't know about. I was like, oh, why is it called CODA? What is that? Because it's not clear when the movie's over, at least not to me. But I looked it up, and so CODA is an acronym. It's got a double meaning. CODA is an acronym for Children of Deaf Adults. So that's what CODA is. But a CODA is also the last part of a song. So it's got a double meaning. So I'm like, it's like the epilogue of a song. So I'm like, oh, that's a really cool name, really cool title.
You would think I would know that.
That's why I asked. I was like, did you know that?
With me being a musician, I'm in the rock band, but it's not like we go around and when we're practicing, we'd be like, all right, here comes the CODA. Right. This film, man, it got me in my feelings. It had me tearing up at some points in this film. I teared up a lot because of her relationship between her and her mother, of them not understanding each other. When she's at school and she's in choir, okay, and we all remember from school when you're nervous and you're in front of people and stuff like that, you just get
freeze,
nervous.
You choke. Yeah.
You freeze, you choke. But while I was watching the film, I was like, girl, if you don't go on ahead and sing your ass off stuff, you know, I was like, if that was me, I'd be. But then I thought about it, I was like, 17-year-old me probably would have been happening.
Exactly.
Me now, I would have been like all over that microphone.
I can tell you right now, I knew 17-year-old Tyrone, and no, he wouldn't have done it because once upon a time, I had to drag 17-year-old Tyrone into the band. I'm like, dude, because we both played drums, and I'm like, Tyrone, if you don't get your ass in the band, I'm gonna be fucking mad at you. And you didn't show up until like senior year or something crazy. So I knew 17-year-old Tyrone, and he was a lot more like our main character than I think you, or probably both of us, are willing to admit. Yeah. Because absolutely. She did. She froze. She got scared, and she wouldn't. Because the assignment was that everyone had to stand up and sing "Happy Birthday." And at this point, the movie's really clever because it already showed us that she can sing. Because she's singing her heart out to the radio while she's on the boat with her family, but of course no one can hear her because her family's all deaf. So we know she can sing. So we're like, go ahead and sing that song, girl. Show them. And she freezes and she can't do it. And what's really great about this film is the problem with her singing isn't her voice. It's that she hasn't found her confidence. Right? She can't. Yeah. She won't like blow. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll just kind of like, she's like, happy birthday. You know, she's not like singing from down deep. But what the movie does this really great thing where
music instructor is amazing.
Yeah, he is. But the movie does this really great thing where later in the film, where her family, they realize that she is really serious about this music thing. And her father in particular, he wants to hear her sing.
I will go where you lead, always there.
And so
I'm thinking about it now. I broke down and cried.
he touches her neck so he can hear the vibrations, and he gives the exact same instruction that her instruction teacher does.
You, and it was plain to see you were my destiny.
Mm-hmm. He's like louder, bigger, so it's just so that he can hear the vibrations even stronger. And he's like moved to tears. Boy, I was got me. I was like, oh, got me.
What? You son of a bitch! You no good damn son of a bitch!
Got me.
So,
oh my
some in the air in here.
I thought that was just great because the movie builds up to that so well. Like you said with the English teacher. English teacher's like, do it from like your inside. Do the big dog, little dog, middle dog. Yeah, the music teacher. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He like builds up to this moment, and then when her father is like, go a little louder. Like it's just like, it kills me.
And that part would only like come into play when they actually start seeing that she's serious about it, because she's being late to their things that she wants to be that they want her to get done, like the stuff that's around the boat and helping translating to people. And
the movie cleverly always puts these two halves of her in opposition. So she's got these two appointments, and the appointments are always at the same time, it would seem like, where she's got to be with her English teacher and she's got to be on the boat with her dad. And so you're right. I had an English teacher, music teacher. Thank you. She had to be with her music teacher, but she also had to be on the boat with her dad. So she's always being pulled in opposite directions at the same time, which creates so much drama in the story. I remember last week we talked about Swan Song and how there wasn't that much going on, right? And how that wasn't necessarily a negative, but there wasn't that much going on. There's just like one plot line. That is not the case here. This film has a million different plot lines because this is a teenager. She's got so much things to do. She's got a cute guy that she's fallen in love with. She's got the music teacher that she's learning her new passion about. Her parents are starting a new business. Even her best friend is macking on her brother. Like, she's got so much going on. Like, and she's being pulled in all these different directions, and it creates so much, I think, rich drama. And when she finally chooses, should she either go with herself or with her family? When she finally makes that choice, it really hits you. It's like, oh man, beautiful. It just, I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit, and it's surprising because not all Oscar Best Pictures are that great, but this one's a real deal. This one's good.
It's a real deal, man. It's actually, there's some funny parts in this.
Yeah.
There's some funny parts in this without even saying one word, man.
Yeah.
The father, he was hilarious.
Yeah, he's great.
Okay. By the way, good song choices that the music teacher gave them. Marvin Gaye, the Isley Brothers, the stuff they sung to.
That's interesting. Really See, I thought the choices were corny, and then I was like,
those. I like those songs.
They're easy choices. These are songs everyone knows.
These are easy choices, but
that's why I thought the choices were blah. Because I'm like, if you're a music teacher, you've heard better music than this. Even she listened to more obscure music than that in her bedroom. So I'm like, come on, now you can do better than this. But the movie does a really good job of recontextualizing the songs. Because these are all these ballads, and you think that she's going to end up singing these ballads to this boy, but she doesn't. She ends up singing them to her dad, and it's like, oh, you're killing me.
I enjoyed, not really so much of the whole character, but the idea of what this character had in the film. Her brother, okay, Leo, played by Daniel Durant. I liked him because he was determined to let people know that our disability doesn't hinder us in any way.
Exactly.
At all.
He had this great little speech where he was like, just because people think we're dumb, who cares? We're not actually dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like we are full humans, even if people don't see that, you know? And I thought that was just great. Just an underlying point.
He was like, yo, he's not saying it he's not trying to disrespect his sister. He's like, we don't need you. Right. We can run this business without you, but our parents just don't see it. He's like, I got all these ideas, and we can communicate with these people easily, you know.
And look at how they treat a disability in CODA versus how they treated it in Morbius, where it's just like something that you got to cure. You know what I mean? None of these people in this film are looking for cures. You know, they're cure what? You know what I mean? They're perfectly fine. They're regular people. Cure what? They've got hobbies. They're falling in love. They've got jobs. The people in Morbius, they had nothing except their disability, which for them was like literally crippling. Like, police. Like, this movie, I thought was just so much more elevated, and it was actually a great palate cleanser after watching Morbius, because I did not, as I mentioned in the previous review, I did not like the ableist bullshit they had with the disabilities.
It reminded me of the feel-good feeling movies of like Sister Act or something. You know,
I could see that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's not like a lot of. I guess maybe there are. I just don't watch them. But I guess I haven't seen a feel-good movie in a long time, and this definitely is one of them.
Yeah, some people will probably compare this to like High School Musical or some shit, but
I was
not
thinking
to
like
that
Glee
type of extent.
Yeah,
no,
I was
Glee.
thinking
Yeah, Glee.
Yeah, it's like Glee, but elevated times like 1,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed this film. I feel like this film deserves that best actor, best supporting actor, and best picture of this year.
Of that list, I actually do think this was the right choice. Like, I was like, yeah, this was the best one. That was probably the best picture. I thought this was way better than Power of the Dog. Power of the Dog, like I said, didn't really come together until the very end. But this film, I enjoyed it all the way through. I just thought it was great. For me, and this is probably just because I'm late, it does recontextualize the Will Smith slap a little bit. Because this movie never got the recognition that it deserved in that moment. This was like the first time the Academy got it right. They got the supporting actor right with the father, and the best movie right. And yet, all anyone can talk about is Will Smith and that stupid slap. What a shame! Oh, what a shame!
After having seen
this film, what a shame that happened. You know, this movie should have dominated the discussion all week, and not Will Smith.
It should have dominated the discussion the whole week, but even Will Smith's Oscar should have dominated the whole, like, his win.
Nah.
But
I didn't think Will Smith, even without the smack, I thought Will Smith's win. Like, why? He was fine in that movie.
It was given.
He was fine. It was a political win. He wasn't like, his best movie was like Ali. It wasn't this one. It wasn't King Richard. So it was like a political win because he deserves over his body of work. But for this particular movie and this particular actor, this was their time. This was their time to shine. This was not some body of work thing that happened. They just made a really awesome movie, and Will Smith pissed all over their parade. Like that really sucks. So hopefully, and there is some hope on the horizon, because this movie is trending again after it won Best Picture, and it's back in theater. So hopefully more people will be talking about this movie and less about the Will Smith slap, because man, I was genuinely surprised, and I really did enjoy this film quite a lot, more than I thought I would.
Yeah, more than I thought I would too. So let's get into this rating. With that being said, this film touched me. It made me cry. You know what I'm saying? And it made me laugh. It made me invoke emotions. And any type of film that makes me invoke several emotions and within one movie, where I'm like scared for the character, or hopeful for the character, or I'm sad for the character, empathizing with the character. That is good writing. And you can achieve that in any genre of film. Okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can.
Of course.
Seriously, you can.
The genre is just the flavor. It's just the flavor on top. If your story is solid, who cares what the genre is? And this story was excellent.
Yep. I'm giving this film a 8.5.
Great. I like this movie quite a bit. I'm giving this one a 9. I like this more than I thought I would. I was genuinely surprised. I love being surprised. I'd forgotten what this movie was about, to be honest. So once the movie started, I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing this trailer. I'd forgotten what it was about. Mm-hmm. And so the music stuff surprised me. How great the acting was, even though I knew they won Oscars, still surprised me. How great the movie was surprised me. And like I said, it's a shame this movie isn't getting hasn't gotten yet as much publicity as the Will Smith slap, but hopefully it will, because this is the Oscars got it right. I clown on the Oscars every year. I clown on them all the time. Yeah, I thought this was the best film. They got it. They nailed
it. That slap took the energy out of everyone's award that won that night.
Yeah.
Shame. It's crazy.
Yeah. But this was a really good movie, and I definitely recommend it. You feel so I just saw Morbius, so I can't get it in my head. I felt nothing in that movie. Zero things. Sleepy. That's what I felt in Morbius. Tired. But for CODA, I felt, like you said, an array of emotions. I felt fear. I felt excitement. I felt sadness. I wished for a moment that her father could hear her sing. But at the same time, I'm glad that he felt that vibration in her neck. He heard her the way he hears the world, which in a way is probably more beautiful than her voice anyway. I just thought this was just a fantastic film. And like you said, if you watch this film, you will feel something. And that is, to me, the magic of movies. I talk about it all the time. Sometimes there's some movies you don't feel anything. Some video games you feel nothing. But some movies, some video games, you feel so much. And this one's a good one.
I gave this film a 8.5. Devin gave this film a 9. It is well worth it. Go out there and see Oscar-winning film called CODA.
All that I need to get by.
Well, I thank you for clicking on this video here. If you can do us a favor, hit that subscribe button right down there to the right. It's a big red button. All right.
And hey, recently we've had a lot of good movies. I think this movie, CODA, and The Batman, two of the best movies I've seen in years. If you want to see us talk about some really great movies, hit that subscribe button.
We got a bunch of them that's on that list. All right?
Yeah, wow.
And even going back to Good Times and The Lighthouse. Yeah. Come on.
We got some good ones, man.
If you liked our review for this, hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. Or you get a thumbs down. You could just be a bad person. I don't want to say. Exactly. I don't want to say, because this movie is so lighthearted and loving. You're an idiot. If you hit the thumbs down.
Your opinion will be wrong.
Okay. Whatever it is your opinion. But yeah, just remember, it's mostly wrong. See you guys in another video.